to talk to you about censorship in 2023, not just censorship in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. I saw this today. There's a news story by Michael Geist. I mean, it's incredible to me the problems that Canada has right now: inflation, housing prices, the war in Ukraine is an important issue for some. Trudeau cutting $1 billion from our own defense, a related issue. Not a day goes by where there isn't some actual problem that needs fixing. And yet Trudeau has 4 bills that he has either passed or has introduced or is about to introduce on censorship. 4. More than on any other subject, I can assure you. I mean, things are falling apart between Canada and India, just as one huge crisis example. But I saw this from Professor Michael Geist today, who's a very well-respected professor. I think he's at the University of Ottawa, very nonpartisan. He's regarded as sort of an online legal expert. He's a law professor. And he had this terrifying story today about a form of censorship that Trudeau is looking to get into. Let me read the headline. Canada plans to regulate search and social media use of artificial intelligence for content moderation and discoverability. That's the headline. I'm terrified already, but let me read a little bit to you. The Canadian government plans to regulate the use of artificial intelligence in search results and when used to prioritize the display of content on search engines and social media services. So the Canadian government is going to get involved with what news gets boosted and what news gets hidden when you do searches. Trudeau is going to get involved and regulate that. Gee, what do you think he's going to do? Let me read a little bit more from Michael Geist's article. The regulation plans are revealed in a letter from ISED Minister François-Philippe Champagne to the Industry Committee studying Bill C-27, the Privacy Reform and AI Regulation Bill. The government is refusing to disclose the actual text of planned amendments to the bill. What? They're refusing to tell people what's going to be in the bill, that they might do it later. I mean, I guess they would have to eventually, but they're keeping it a secret. Does that build your confidence in what's going on? This is terrifying. It's a privacy bill that's designed to respect your rights, but they're keeping it a secret from you. I should remind you that François-Philippe Champagne was a member of Trudeau's inner circle who got a mortgage from what bank? There's so many banks in Canada. There's not just the big banks, Royal Bank, TD Bank, Scotiabank, CIBC, but there's other smaller lenders. Who did François-Philippe Champagne, the Liberal cabinet minister, who gave him his mortgage? Do you remember that story? The government bank from the People's Republic of China. Who would go to the Communist Party's bank and borrow money from a foreign government for a mortgage and keep it when you become an MP and keep it when you become a cabinet minister? Now I think I know where François-Philippe Champagne is getting his ideas for AI spying on people. He is hand in glove with the Chinese Communist Party. Anyhow, so let me get back to the article. Michael Geist outlines 7 different things that AI will do that is being regulated. Okay, some of the regulations are being modeled after the European Union. Okay, I suppose, although they don't seem to love liberty as much over there. But some are just terrifying. Look at number 6. The use of an artificial intelligence system by a court or administrative body in making a determination in respect of an individual who is a party to proceedings before the court or administrative body. So imagine courts, instead of having juries and judges, using AI to determine if you're guilty or innocent. That's terrifying, and I don't want it to happen. I don't know if Trudeau wants it to happen or not, but that is a terrifying possible use of AI. But here's the part that Michael Geist is worried about. And here's the part that Michael Geist, who knows these things, says is different from the European Union. They're not, what I'm about to read is not being done in Europe, which is a pretty sensory kind of place. It's certainly not being done in America. According to Michael Geist, it's what's going on in China. Let me read point 4. The use of an artificial intelligence system in matters relating to A, the moderation of content that is found on an online communications platform, including a search engine and a social media service, or B, the prioritization of presentation of such content. So the first one is moderating comments. Could you imagine an artificial intelligence system that searches maybe for words like Trump or Polyev or Danielle Smith or Alberta or freedom or trucker convoy or Tamara Leach or Rebel News? Can you imagine an AI system, a hunter-killer system, not run by humans, run basically by Skylink or whatever it was called in the Terminator? Can you imagine unleashing that on comments on Facebook, on Twitter? You wouldn't even know the censorship. It would be done by AI. But the second part is just as scary to me. Search results. If you typed in, give me the news on the trucker convoy, Rebel News would be hidden and the CBC News would be boosted. That's what discoverability, the prioritization of the presentation of such content. When you type in something in Google or Facebook, the algorithm chooses what's first, second, third, fourth, whatever. There's already political bias in those systems. Trudeau wants to be able to regulate that through AI. Now, that's something I've warned about before. In C11, section 9.11E, as you recall, gives Trudeau the power through the CRTC to alter the discoverability algorithm for YouTube and other broadcasters. But this would be for everything. AI for everything. How much fun is that? I can hardly wait. If you like cruising already, well, this is truly something unique. And if you've never been on a cruise ship before, this is the perfect way to start. With a group of like-minded rebels from coast to coast. You can find out all the details, including the different cabin prices, at rebelnewscruise.com. I know you're going to look back on it as the vacation of a lifetime. We've reserved a limited number of Rebel News cabins, so book yours today at rebelnewscruise.com. We'll see you there.